What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of my hybrid squad builder series. Now we're going to be using a few of the all-star MLS players, as you will have seen by the title, and also it's just going to be using the 4-2-3-1 formation. Haven't used this formation in a while, and I thought, why not build this team around this formation? It probably will suit it quite well. But yeah, let's get onto the team now. As you can see here in goal, we actually have the Jamaican guy Ricketts, I think that is. Yeah, it's Ricketts, and he has actually got some pretty decent stats for a silver goalkeeper. See there, he's got 73 diving, 85 kicking, 79 reflexes, and 71 positioning. So the main sort of stat that I look for in a keeper is always going to be the reflexes. He always, whenever I actually have a keeper, they have to have high reflexes, because I don't know what about you, but whenever they're one-on-one on goal, I find that goalkeepers with better reflexes tend to save more of them shots, and therefore concede less goals. So he only cost me like 5k or something. He's gone up actually a little bit from everyone buying MLS players from these new blue all-star players coming out. So that's kind of annoying, but I'm sure his price will settle down soon if you're not watching this at the end of July or whatever. So moving on to the first centre back now, and as you see here, we have got this guy called Olave. He's pretty decent though. Like he cost me like 7k or something like that, which is pretty expensive for a silver centre back again, but if you actually look at his card face and the stats he actually has on there, it's pretty decent. Like 79 pace, 80 defending and 78 heading. That is really good for a silver centre back indeed. There's some gold centre backs which don't even have anywhere near as good stats as that. So a real good bargain for your price, and honestly I would pay 7k for him. I think that is a fair enough deal for his stats and how he plays in games. So moving on to the second centre back now, as you see here, we have got Marshall. Could have actually had a Para, but I had to get a Columbus Crew centre back just for chemistry reasons. You will see why as the video progresses. But Marshall is a pretty good player. He's only got 62 pace, which is kind of a big letdown on his behalf. But the 84 heading and 77 defending really do make up for that. I did want to buy a player with quite solid defending and heading stats just to make up for Olave's pace and stuff like that. So moving on to the right back now, and as you can see here, we have got Franklin. Really good little right back. Definitely worth the coins as well. Would highly recommend him. Only cost me like 2k as well, so definitely worth the coins. He has 84 pace, 84 pace and 70 heading. So pretty decent stats for a silver right back. Moving on to the left back now, as you can see here, we have got Armero. He's got 85 pace and not really much else. He's got some good passing and good dribbling, and actually quite good defending. So I take that back. He is actually a pretty decent left back. He only cost me like 700 coins, which is really decent, because you can actually find so many good sort of non-rare gold players, which are really good and very overpowered. So I wouldn't say he's overpowered, but he's just pretty decent for the price I actually paid for him. So moving on to the first centre defensive mid now, and as you can see here, we've got Guarin. Really good little player, and he has amazing free kicks. His free kick stats are out of this world. Shot power is like 89 or something, and really can belt them in. I will try and get an example as well for this team. Haven't as of yet, just from what I've played of them so far, haven't really had that many opportunities. But he only cost me like 2k or something, which is really quite decent, especially for the stats on the card. There's a really good sort of CDM stats there. 80 defending and 76 heading. That's real good for his price. Moving on to the second centre defensive mid now, and as you see here, we have got Ekpo. Really good little player, and that is the reason why I had to get Marshall there at centre back, because Ekpo wouldn't have actually had 9 chemistry if I hadn't got Marshall, because they both played for the same club. But Ekpo is really good. He reminds me of like a Ramirez type player. His stats aren't amazing. The standout stat that you're probably looking at now is probably the 86 pace and then the 78 dribbling. But overall, really good little player, and like I said, reminds me of the way Ramirez plays, and definitely feels like him in game. So moving on to the more attacking players now of the team, as you can see here, we have got, actually now I'll go to the right one first, it's probably the better player, but the first centre attacking mid now is going to be the all-star version of Destorano, De Rosario. I'm so bad at pronouncing names, it's ridiculous. I really should kind of practice. But he is actually a really good player. As you see there, card face stats are absolutely insane. 78 pace, 88 shooting, 85 passing, 83 dribbling, and 73 heading are his standout stats. He cost me like 40k or something like that. Quite cheap as well for his stats. other blue players which have worse stats than him, you know, that actually are more expensive. But moving on to the second centre attacker bid now, and you've probably all guessed it by now and may have even seen it, but we have got Moreno, the first and the only 5-star skiller of the team. Really enjoy playing with this guy. He definitely feels like he has more than 76 pace. It more feels like 82 or 83, but you know, really good player, has an amazing shot and a finesse, and you know, like I said, 5-star skills, which makes it all the sweeter. Only cost me like 3.2k as well, which is really good. So the centre forward now, and you've probably all guessed it again, it's going to be Montero. Really good player. He's got 4-star skills, so he can do the Ronaldo chop, roulette, stuff like that, and works really well with the two centre attacking mids. And you know, just every player that's around him, he can pass, he can shoot, he's got a really lethal long shot, and like I said, 4-star skills, which is pretty decent indeed. So the final player of our team is going to be the all-star version of Thierry Henry. Now, I actually watched Defqwop's Is He Hot or Not video earlier, and from seeing what he said about the player and the gameplay from it, you could tell that he was just going to be completely something special. So decided to pick him up. He only cost me like 140k as well, which in my opinion is really decent for his stats on his card. As you see here, he's got 85 pace, which, like Defqwop said as well, he feels like 88 pace. He is a lot faster than that in game, and 88 shooting, really good as well. 80 passing, 89 dribbling, and then the rest of the defending heading stats you aren't really bothered about. But like I said, really good player. If you want like a more in-depth review, then go and check out Defqwop's channel. He did a Is He Hot or Not on him. So you know, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But yeah, that's going to be the team, guys. It cost me just over around 250k on the PS3. Overall, what I'd rate this team, I'd probably be like an 8 out of 10. It's worked really well for me so far, and I will continue to play a few more games to get some more goals for you guys. But overall, standout players probably got to be Montero and Thierry Henry. Really two just amazing players, and they really do work side by side with each other very well indeed. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, 500 likes would be absolutely insane. On the last one, we actually smashed 700 likes, so if we could even have a repeat of that, that would be absolutely amazing. But thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for all the support recently. 500 likes would be amazing, and peace.